Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are going to do the Shop My Stash for November. If you don't know, November is a very busy month for me. It's like my whole family has birthdays basically in November, myself included. And so I just kind of want to go through, put some stuff back and pick out like things that I truly want to use. Not going to force myself to like, oh, I haven't used this or whatever. Like, it's going to be like a free-for-all month because it is my birthday month. And I want to just like give myself the flexibility to use whatever the heck and bob I want to use. But I want to talk about what I'm putting back into my stash first. And I'm going to just talk. I have like everything written down because I track how like often I've used something too. And then like this month I tracked weights, like starting weight, ending weight. So I don't know if that's super interesting. I'll have them blurbed on the screen of how much product I used out of them if I have them. There's like 4 items that I don't have weights for. So we're not going to talk about weights for those. But those are going to be like the last on the list. So I'm going to start again, just like going down my list. And the first item I have is primers. So the first one I had was the Milk Blur Stick. And I actually feel like I used quite a bit of it. It went up quite a bit in the package, and I use this a lot. And I actually enjoyed it more using it this month than I have enjoyed it in previous months recently. So I was really happy to pull that in, and get some use out of it. Another primer that I had was the NYX High Glass Primer. I actually treated this more so as like a liquid highlight. So I would put the blur stick kind of everywhere, and then I would just put the NYX High Glass on like the high points of on the face. And I liked it that way. I actually used a decent amount of that doing the makeup that way, which was pretty nice. But I'm ready to just like put that back for right now. Maybe I'm going to put this back for just a little bit, just since I'm starting a new job. I want to kind of keep my makeup also simplified, but I'm going to put back my e.l.f. contour or the cream contour palette. I use this quite a bit. You can see that like dark chocolatey brown has like a decent amount used up. I really just don't like this Skin Glow liquid highlight serum. I will use it because I paid for it. But I just am not like super into it, and I'm like kind of bummed out about it. Then I had my Tom Ford foundation. I actually used a ton of this. I feel like, I don't remember quite, maybe I'll put the clip up next to it. I think we started down here with the pump, and now we've like gone all the way up there, which this is a very expensive foundation. So the fact that I've kind of like plowed through a good chunk of it is kind of like upsetting. Then I have the Lip Bar concealer. This is the caffeine concealer, and I have mine in Ivory 1 o'clock. So I liked this. This was okay. It doesn't cover up as much as I want it to. I feel like you can still see like definite darkness under my eyes. It's fine for like a complexion concealer, but like under the eyes, it just wasn't cutting it. Which leads me to this guy, which does cut it for me. This is the bareMinerals Well Rested. I just haven't been doing the extra step of using the Well Rested on top of my concealer. So I'm going to put this back again, really just trying to simplify my makeup at the moment. A couple items that are actually pretty exciting. I am going to leave this next one in my rotation just to kind of, you'll see. So this is the this is the Beauty Bakerie Flower Better Not Bitter Setting Powder. I have mine in the shade Cassava, and I am like, you can barely even see that there's any product in there because I am so close to being done with it. Like, can you see that teeny tiny bit right there? Like, then another exciting one was this NYX HD like mini translucent setting powder. I hit pan in it today. Like, I'm doing my makeup. I'm filming this on November 3rd, and I hit pan in this. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like contemplated like, do I want to just leave this in? But I have an idea of what I want to pull for setting powder. So this one's going to get tucked back into my collection. I actually had my butter bronzer, and I took it out of its actual packaging, and then I put my cream blush in it that I'm using. So that now houses like a cream product, so I don't have to like worry about getting powder in it. But I actually hit pan in my butter bronzer as well. I'm pretty darn excited about this. Part of the reason is because like when I took it out of the thing, a little bit was cracked, but it started as a very small crack, and I've like quickly expanded that pan. Like that is a good like quarter size amount of pan showing at the very minimum. There's definitely plenty of product around the sides, but the fact that I hit pan and was able to continue to expand it in that center, I'm pretty proud of that one. Then I had this Ofra highlight. This is the Nikki Tutorials collab. This is Glazed Donut. It is such a beautiful, beautiful highlight, and I don't ever give myself permission to use like my Ofra highlights because I love them so much, and I'm like, I don't want to use them. So this was like my opportunity to just like use it. And then at the last minute, last month, I ended up pulling this one as well since I had my summer color a little bit hanging on. This is Rodeo Dry from the Feelin' Myself trio. Much too dark for me at this point. Like it is the same color. It would be darker for my skin. If I put it on the high points, it just wouldn't look right. Then the last item I had was a blush by MAC Cosmetics. And this was the blush in Make You Mine, which is this guy here. Beautiful, beautiful blush for this time of year. It looks virtually untouched because MAC blushes are extremely hard pressed, and it just takes forever to actually make it look like you've used it. Then I had my NYX Bare With Me spray. Now I have two of these. One is just the original one, and one is the one with like sativa, cannabis, seed oil, and that kind of stuff. So I like this. The scent of this is so much less good than the cannabis one. So this one is supposed to be aloe, I think, but like it really just didn't smell the best. It just wasn't that pleasant, but I'll use it. It doesn't like linger or anything like that. It just kind of like dissipates quickly. So that's not a big deal, but not my favorite product. I definitely like the one with cannabis in it much more. So the first item I have is actually this guy here. This is my Lemonhead LA glitter. I actually have it on the center. I don't even think you can really see it of my lids today, but I use this as an inner corner highlight quite a bit, and I was pretty darn happy with that. I also had a primer. This is the red primer by P. Louise. This is the Rude Boy Red. I'm just ready to put that back and focus on the other primers that I have. But I do want to put back my liquid eyeshadows by Natasha Denona. I use these each 5 times. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it was plenty. It was plenty of time. Then I'm going to leave my black eyeliner out. I almost decided to put it back. Now at the last minute we're not. But I am going to put my nude eyeliner back. This is the Essence Silky Nude, or like long lasting eyeliner in the shade Silky Nude. So that's going to go back. And then I have 2 of my lip products I want to tuck away just because I'm not really interested in using them. So the first one I'm going to put back is this Oma by Sharon C. This is the It's Complicated Lip Tint plus Oil plus Gloss. This is in the shade Peng. I don't know if that's actually how you say it, but P-E-N-G. Then I'm same like kind of lines. This is just a very intensely pigmented lip oil gloss kind of thing. This is the Clarins Lip Oil Comfort Plus Shimmer or something like that. So this is in the shade Funky Raspberry. Then the last thing I want to talk about is I did purchase a Clionadh Cosmetics single. This is, I want to say the shade Ornamental. I can't quite remember. Yes, this is the shade Ornamental. It is so darn pretty. And I think I'm going to put it back, but like possibly put it into my BYOP for November. So this might be making an appearance again, but it's just time to tuck her back. I just wanted to get some use out of it. And this guy, because I don't really need this kind of color right now. This is the Kiko Milano Lip Pencil Creamy Color Comfort Lip Liner in the shade 315. This is going to go back because I am going to keep out these 2. So my Beat shade and then my Nude shade. And those are going to be plenty for lip liners. I might pull one more out. I really haven't decided, but I'm going to switch the camera over to this setup, and then we're going to shop my stash together. All right, so now we are looking at my makeup stash, my makeup collection. I've put everything back. You might see a couple new products sprinkled in here or there, or just like looks a little bit different in here. Actually, why the heck don't we actually start with that? So I am going to just pull out this guy. Again, this is the Sour Patch Kids setting spray. This is like almost sickeningly sweet. So if you're super sensitive to fragrances, especially very sweet fragrances, you'll want to skip this one. The normal Morphe setting spray to me smells like a men's cologne. So this is a nice, pleasant version of that, but it is very, very sweet. But I'll show you the actual. unit packaging is super cute though. And it has, it is the aerosol kind of can. But again, I really enjoy this mist. Otherwise, like it's the Morphe Continuous Mist really is a very lovely setting spray. All right, then foundations are tucked over on this side as well. I am a little torn on what I want to bring out. I don't have that many foundations. I have 6 right here, plus I'm trying to pan one currently. One of these is a white mixing foundation, so like, does it really count as a foundation? Maybe not, but it is what it is. It's kind of a gray area. Like, part of me wants to just like bring this one in, but I've been using that quite a bit. You know, maybe I'm going to bring this one and one other one. This guy? Do I want to bring these two? Yeah, I think I will. This is Golden Fair by the bareMinerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. And then this is NC20 Waterweight Foundation by MAC. I am currently panning the NC35. That's a hair too dark. Mixing it with either of these is going to be a good match. But now that I'm thinking about it, these are both a little bit too light for me. And I just took the stopper out of the MAC Waterweight that I'm panning. So I'm thinking, as kind of ridiculous as it is, I might bring all 3 of these. This one is like more of my shade. This is Fair Lady T4. As you can see, it's a little bit darker than these two. Maybe you can tell. So this is very overkill, but I'm gonna bring all 3 of these. Then I will pull that orange setting spray. That's the Ulta Beauty SPF 50. I'm not gonna pull it for my like typical Shop My Stash, but that's gonna go with me to the office like every day. So just so you guys know, I will be using this every day because it's going to be good to like reapply my SPF that way. So I guess I'll grab it now to save me some time later. But now we go to primers, and I have a primer that I'm using in my Deck of Panning project pan, but I kind of want to pull at least one more. I'm thinking this e.l.f. one. This is the Mint Melt primer. I don't typically like these gripping primers. It's not my personal preference, but this is a nice primer and I'd like to get more use out of it. So I'll pull this one. And for the sake of travel ease, I am also going to pull this Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I'm just imagining getting ready in the car because I'm planning on bringing my makeup with me to the office now. So I'm going to pull this one out. It's just super, super simple and easy to unscrew this, slather it on my face. I don't have to worry about a pump malfunctioning and like spraying me with primer or anything like that. So I'm going to bring this one as well in again. We just rolled this out, but it's getting rolled back in, and that is fine with me. I am going to pull my IT Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Concealer. This is in Light Natural. I'm going to pull this one out. It's the only concealer left that I really haven't used this year, so I'm going to pull this out to get some use out of it. And then I think I'm going to pull out the Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Medium as well. This one I did hit pan in, which was pretty darn exciting in my opinion. But again, for ease of use, I don't know. This one is pretty much my skin tone. The Light Natural one is definitely a little bit more brightening, but I'm going to pull both just depending on the day, might depend on what one I want to use. I think I like the pot more than like the liquid. So I would repurchase the pot one, I think, which I was not expecting that. So that is going to conclude everything over on this section. And now we are looking at like what I consider my accessory face products. So that's anything from like setting powders, blushes, bronzers, highlights are all over in this little section of my makeup stash. I am really trying to focus on my blush, so I'm probably not going to bring any blushes in, which is fine. I am fine with it, but I do want to pull a highlight. So I think I'm going to I'm like debating between these two. Like, do I want to go with the Becca, what is this, Moonstone, which is this guy, or do I want to go with Mary Luminizer? Or maybe I don't want to pull either of these, but I want to look at something out of my ABH Sugar Glow kit. And I'm actually interested in both Starburst and Marshmallow. They're both beautiful. One is definitely more pink, one is more gold. So those are those. You know, I might be extra and pull both of them out. Both of these two. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull both of those from the Sugar Glow kit, and I'm going to put it into this empty magnetic palette. Alright, so we have Marshmallow and Starburst. So I'm going to roll those in. Those are pretty. Those are super, super pretty. Then I don't have that many bronzers. So I am actually going to pull one of these, one of my Hourglass palettes, and I just need to know which one has the bronzer in it. So we're going to pull this Hourglass palette. This is the Ambient Lighting palette in Diffused Edit. This has a blush, bronzer, and highlight. So if I want a slightly different blush, I can reach into this and pull it out, but it has like a setting powder, a blush, and then a bronzer. So this will be nice to like touch up throughout the workday too. If I am starting to get a little bit dewy, I can set my face back down with that. But I am going to pull this guy out as well. Do I want to pull a pressed powder out as well, just in case? Maybe we'll pull this one. I haven't really given this one a whole heck of a lot of use this year. Joah sent this to me after I posted a mascara review. So I want to use this and see how I like it. I know that we kind of have a setting powder in that Hourglass palette, but I think something like this will just be nice to touch up as well. Plus, I'm almost out of that Beauty Bakerie one that is in my rotation currently. So this will be nice, and who knows, maybe I can hit pan in a month if if I'm a grease ball and need to touch up. So I'll pull this one as well. All right, and you know the drill. Anything that's in here, I will select and show you in a moment, but I do actually want to pull this guy. This is a liner palette, and this is from Midas Cosmetic. They were having a 50% off sale relatively recently, so I picked up one of these to kind of use, and I think this is going to be perfect. Like, first of all, like these colors this was a holiday kind of release, so I just think these colors are perfect, especially for even like Thanksgiving and autumn right now. So I'm going to roll this one in. I did also pick up the pastel version, but I am not wanting to wear these ones right now. So I'm going to pull this guy in and get some use out of this. All right, so I did pull some items from the like eyeshadow stuff that I can't really show in a good way. So I pulled a couple loose eyeshadows. So this one is Flaunt by bareMinerals. That is it there. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and it'll look even better with a glitter glue on top of it. Is it gonna focus? Maybe? Yeah, that guy there, so pretty. So I'm gonna pull that one. Then I have this guy here, and this is a MAC pigment. This is tan, which is this guy here. You can see like that's definitely cooler toned versus that's a little bit more warm toned. But I'm excited to use that. I think that'll be beautiful for like actual like US Thanksgiving. I think that'll look really great. So I'm excited to pull that one in as well. All right, then I'm pulling these two eyeliners in. This is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade 22 Turquoise. And then I have the NYX Faux White Liner in the shade White Smoke. These are them. It's the blue, and then like it's a really soft purple. And I think that those will look really good with some of the more neutral eye looks that I'm going to be doing, just to give me a little bit of pop of something on the eye. And then the very last item from that is going to be this P. Louise base. This is an OTT orange. It is so darn pretty, and I think that this will mix well with that P. Gale shade to just kind of change the color a little bit. But I'm trying to use these liquid like primers, like the colorful bases, more often than I have been. So I'm excited to get some use out of this, but I'm gonna go wash my arm off before this stains. Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna grab, I need actually 2 lip products. So going into a new office, I know I'm gonna be wearing a mask more often. Not that I wasn't wearing a mask at my current position, but I just know that I'm going to be wearing a mask longer for longer hours than my current job was. So I want to pull one of these, and I'm thinking I want to just pull this one, which is Beach Casual by NYX. This is the Filler Instinct. These have a very cinnamony kind of feel to them, but I think that this will be super pretty, and it's light. It's not like this is like super jarring of a color. It'll offer me just a slight color. Then I'm debating if I want to pull another liquid lipstick or if I want to just kind of use what I have out. I'm going to swatch my 2 remaining like liquid lipsticks from Colourpop. Let me swatch these and be right back. All right, so I swatched and blotted these out. And I'm thinking I want to do this top one. It's a little bit cooler tone than I normally like to gravitate to right now. But I also think that that's going to be different enough from like everything else that I have in my in my Shop My Stash. So I'm going to pull this guy. This is Bunhead. I think that this is the color I prefer out of the 2. The other one, Usagi, is just almost like neon on my lips, but it's not bad. But I definitely want to pull Bunhead, which is this cooler toned one. And then last, I have all of my eyeshadow palettes. I rearranged these a little bit, and I'm thinking I want to pull maybe this. No. I'm going to pull this and just kind of like tuck it in there. And if I want to change my look up from what I have in my rotating palettes, I'm going to use this. This is the 𝘉𝙗𝙬 Airy Touch Eyeshadow Quad. My sister-in-law gave this to me when she moved here from Japan. And I don't reach for this. I never actually reach for this. And these colors are so pretty. They're super, super light and neutral and like super easy for every day. Especially this shade is so gorgeous. It is so, so pretty. And I just, like, you might not even be able to see it. It just gives like the softest touch of color. So even I could use like this for a face highlight if I wanted to. This is just super, super simple, super, super compact, and super easy to reach for. So I'm going to tuck this in my makeup bag, and if I don't do anything crazy with my eyes, I can at least like throw one of these shadows onto my lid and call it a day. And I think that's going to be it. So I have this big basket of makeup now that we're going to just tuck all into the stash that I have. So the first things, I guess, I'm just going to tuck in. Then I have a little lipstick in here. That's fine. This is my Shop My Stash for the month of November. I have a lot of really great items in here, and it is chock full of fun stuff to use. So if there's anything that you're curious on, if you want to see a video on anything, like maybe you want to see my first look or first use of this fun like liner quad, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see anything using any of these items that we pulled, just let me know in the comment section below. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!